This is a story called The Wrong Child. Two young women, Corey and Sarah, have both just given birth to girls in the same hospital and are in beds next to each other. Corey calls her baby Alexandra and Sarah calls her baby Georgia. They don't know each other, but they soon get talking. Baby Alexandra was brought to Corey and she said to the nurse, "I don't think that's my baby. Her complexion's too dark and my baby was pale and blotchy." "Nonsense, this is your baby and you know it. Look, it says so on her name tag," said the nurse. That day both Corey and Sarah were allowed to go home with their babies. About 18 months later, Sarah manages to track Corey down. They talk on the phone and they agree that one day they'll meet up. Sarah's partner Craig hasn't wanted to know her since she told him that she was pregnant, and now he was back on the scene. A few weeks later they had a huge bust up and Craig told Sarah that he didn't think Georgia was his. Sarah said, "She's your baby, Craig, can't you see that?" How can she be my baby when she looks nothing like me? "I want a paternity test," said Craig. A few days later they had the paternity test, and a week after, the doctor called them and told them that he had the results and asked them to go in. When they got there, the doctor said, "I'm so sorry to have to tell you both this, but Georgie is not the daughter of either of you. We will need to do the test again, just so we can be 100% certain." However, when the results of the second test came in, they were exactly the same as the first ones. "I can confidently tell you that Georgia is not the biological daughter of any of you. I'm so sorry," said the doctor. As you can imagine, Sarah was totally devastated. But all Craig could say was, "I'm going to sue the hospital and I'm going to find my biological daughter and I'm going to get custody of her." "You can't do that," said Sarah. "Oh, I think you'll find I can do as I please," said Craig before leaving the house. Sarah didn't know what to do. She loved Georgie and she knew she could never give her up. She phoned Corey only to discover that her and her husband Chris were given the exact same news just days before. Sarah asked, "You don't think that Alexandra could be your daughter and Georgia could be my daughter, do you?" "Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's for all of us to have a paternity test," said Corey. When the results of the test came back, it turned out that they were right. Alexandra was Sarah's daughter and Georgia was Corey's daughter. Sarah's parents advised her to swap the girls now before they got too bonded. "Too bonded? I couldn't be more bonded," said Sarah. "It would be best to swap them now," said Sarah's mum. "I'm not giving my child up, I love her." "Jesus, Mum, what kind of mother would I be if I gave up my own child?" "Seriously, Mum, I could never do that, ever," said Sarah. "Sarah, me and your dad think that swapping the girls now would be best for everyone," said Sarah's mum. "I don't care about what you and Dad think. I'm not giving up my child. I love her too much," said Sarah. "Don't you think that you should think about what's best for Georgia?" asked Sarah's mum. "I am doing what's best for Georgie, Mum. It's best for her to stay with me," said Sarah. One day, Georgie started holding her head and crying. Then she suddenly collapsed on the floor and she was unconscious. Sarah phoned for an ambulance and they rushed Georgie to hospital. At the hospital, the doctors did a brain scan which revealed that Georgie had a large brain tumour. They told Sarah that if they didn't operate straight away, the tumour would get bigger and that it would most likely kill her. Sarah told them to go ahead with the operation. Everything went well and the tumour was benign. Georgie was kept in hospital for 2 weeks and both Sarah and Craig were by her side the whole time. After this, both Sarah and Cora had to go to court to find out if Georgie and Alexandra could stay with the parents they'd been with since birth or if they would be swapped. Craig wanted to get compensation from the hospital. The judge decided that the girls were better off staying with the parents they'd been with since birth. He also decided that the compensation that Craig was after would go to both girls for when they were 18. Craig was very angry about this and the judge told him not to bother appealing because it would be a waste of time. Sarah decided to move into the empty house next door to Corey so that Georgia and Alexandra could go to school and grow up together along with Corey's newborn daughter Alyssa. The end. Thank you.